Hello, what a sad time at the moment, coronavirus. We are all sitting around at home. Self-employed can go to work, can't make any money, so we have a bit time to chat around, to phone the family members. And so I thought about, in the last few years, I received some mails or friends ask me which is the worst guitar I ever had. And I'm collecting guitars now for around 50 years. I had over 500 guitars. I still have around 300 guitars from nearly all major brands: PRS, Epiphone, Squiers, Fender, Gibson, Heritage, Ibanez, Martins, and in the last few years, my main guitar was a Music Man Reflex, because the Reflex has a bit of chunkier neck than the Silhouette. And I mean, Eddie Van Halen made Music Man big, Steve Morse, Albert Lee, John Petrucci, Steve Lukather. Now the Eagles play Music Man. When Keith Richards was at the peak of his guitar playing in the late 80s, around 1990, when they toured, he played long solos of high end, and then he played the Music Man. So Music Man guitars are easy to play, great, I like them, but my heart was always, because my first guitar was a Gibson, and so my heart is still on Gibson guitars. Even if Fender Stratocasters are absolutely great, you can go in a store, you can order one, it will be fine. Fender it's a great brand, also PRS, Ibanez. But I always thought the Les Paul and DS335 had something special. When you play a Les Paul or a ES335 for over 10 minutes, it's got a kind of a connection with the guitar you don't have with, or I don't have with other brands. I'm sure some people are completely different. They say, if I play my Gretsch, I feel in heaven. I have two Gretsch, I never felt that. But when I play a Les Paul for a while, a good one, it doesn't have to be an expensive one. I have cheap Les Pauls, they are absolutely great and perfect guitars. And so with so many years of experience collecting, owning over 146, 47 Les Pauls, I have a certain feeling now for those guitars. And when I went through a bit my collection, I realized that probably the worst guitar I have is a Gibson Custom Shop. It's from the Widow collection. This is a Blue Widow. They made the Widows always in small limited editions in different colors. And this is a 2017, a blue one. But I had this guitar, I played this guitar maybe 5 times for half an hour. I never get warm with it, and each time I had some dings and scratches. The varnish is extremely fragile. You nearly can't touch this guitar. Then it's fitted with 490s, 490, 498. I know that the Black Beauty is also fitted with 490s, but the 490s are more on the lower end of the price scale of Gibson humbuckers. They are around $134, and a PAF or a 59, they are 20–30% higher priced. So for a guitar that costs over $5,000, and I don't know, they say it's a medium C shape, but it feels more like a D shape, like a standard Gibson neck. The switch doesn't work as it should. The tuning is a problem, even after changing the strings. And I don't know what it is, but probably this, you see the switch doesn't keep on the rhythm, it goes back after 10 seconds. That's all these little things that when you play, that makes you angry, and that's not what it should. I mean, a guitar for 100, an Epiphone for $100, the SL, works perfect. I got one and you can play, and then you got a $5,000 instrument that it's everywhere, it's such little, you feel it, something's wrong with that instrument. So the Blue Widow, it's probably the worst guitar, not even compared with the money, it's just, and when you think in 2017, in the same year, they made this 1959 with historic specs, a Reissue R9, and this guitar is heaven. This is unbelievable how this guitar feels, plays, sounds. And they made these guitars maybe 3 months earlier or later, and this is the worst one, and this is probably the best one. If I could keep just one guitar of my 300s, I would go with my 1959 Reissue. And I know if you look some other videos I made, I'm not really for expensive guitars. There are a lot of Gibson Epiphones, Fender Mexican made ones. They are of such high quality. It's not need to spend $6,000, $5,000 or more for a guitar. You can really buy a CM Gibson for 400-500 quid. It's amazing. Those guitars are great. Or now also the Epiphones are of really good quality. But I have to say, when I play this 59 or my 2007 59, I had to try which one, because my 2007 59 is one of the greatest guitar I ever played. But now this 2018, sorry, this is an early 18, late 17, but they made those guitars 3 months apart. So this 2018 R9 is unbelievable. So even if I don't want to be a snob, I would go with my Reissue 59. And I hope that, so that was, so that's my answer of a question I was asked many times, which is the worst guitar I ever had, which is the best. So the worst is my 2017 Blue Widow. If you want to have more information about the Widows, you search online, then go for Gibson Les Paul Custom F, because they are not mentioned by Gibson as Widow guitars. They are mentioned as Gibson Les Paul Custom Figured Top Widow. Then you will find all the informations from Gibson you want. So also in the booklet it's Custom F. F stands for figured. But I believe they will become collector's guitars. I don't see, or this is a really bad one of the whole edition, but I don't see those guitars as players. Even if you're a collector, a guitar should be also playable and for daily use. And I mean, the 59 Reissue, you can plug in as a professional, you can play this guitar every day for 8-9 hours over the next 40 years. Maybe refretting from time to time, that's it. But I don't see that with the Widow, so they will become collector's pieces, and it's really not my cup of tea. And so enjoy, and hope the coronavirus passes in the next few days or weeks, and there is no harm to your family, everything goes fine and right. Thank you, cheers, bye-bye.